Hello everyone, this is Jasmine and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we will create our first test project. So let's get started. Here I will create a console application. Let's give it a name, unit test course. Here I have selected do not use top level statements. So in .NET 6.0 they have modified the console application. If you select this, it will show you in the old format, which I'm comfortable in it, else it will just give you a single string and you can write your code in the program.cs file. Let's create a class with the name first test class. So here I have created a function that returns a string hello world. In software programming, we have the habit of always writing, whenever we learn a new software, we write a program and say hello world. So I'm just writing a test case and that returns a string that is hello world. Let's make this class public. I don't know why they always make it internal. Since we need to implement it in our test case, we will require the class to be public. Now let's start by creating a test project. For this testing, we will use xUnit. So I'll create a new project. I'm using xUnit testing for this. So here I create a test with the name unit test course test. We don't need this class unit test. Let's delete it and let's create a new class with the name first test class. It is good to create the class name with the file name. The test class name should be similar to the class which you are going to test. By convention, since I have created a class with the name first class, so I've created a class with the name first test class. So I'm appending test to it. I know it sounds a little funny, first test class test. But it's good to write the name like this so that, when we have lots of test cases, it's easy for us to compare that which test class belongs to which class and which test case belongs to which function. So here we need to add the reference of our class, of our project of which we are going to test. Let's create our first test case. While writing the test cases, always remember to follow the naming convention that the function name should be class name, function name and expected result. That is function name and expected result. You'll come to know later why this is so important. So let's create the first function, public static void. Since our test case is not going to return anything, so it's better to use void. So the class name is first test class. Our function name is hello world and the expected result is it returns string. So in xUnit, our test case would have some fancy thing like either fact or theory. This you will come to know in some time that why do we need it. So this is a way to tell that this is a test case. So in software programming, when we write test cases, we need to follow some rule. We need to arrange, act, and assert. That is, arrange, act, assert. So arrange is basically to use to it means basically get your variables, classes, whatever we need. So whatever we need to write the test case, we all need to put it in this section. If we need to call our class, we need to declare some variable, everything we need to put it in arrange. The second thing is act. Act means execute this function. Arrange means make everything ready before we execute. And acts means executed. So in arrange, we will need to declare our program. So in arrange, we have declared the class which we are going to test, and in act, we will call the function. So string result is equal to first test class dot hello world. So this is the function which we need to test. We are going to put it in the act. And assert is all about comparing. It checks that whether the result which we are getting from our function is what was expected. So there are a lot of assertions given by the xUnit, but my preference is fluid assertions. It's not that the xUnit is not good, but the only thing I feel that the fluent assertions gives you a lot of assertions, so that makes our test really very easy. So we can download it through the NuGet package. Just install it in our test and we are good to go. So here I just need to write the assertions. So we don't need to remember all the conditions because it's way too much. Always we can follow the documentation. So here you can go to the documentation and based on your search expectation, you can select the condition like should be. So need to add in references and here add it dot should dot be. So this should return hello world. So here you can write many conditions like should be, like not null, be null or empty. So there are many conditions which you can add. Just make sure that you don't add a lot of conditions and make your code too stringent. If it's very strict, then your test case won't be successful and you will always get some error. Now let's run our test. So our test is successful. Here, as you can see here, the small green tick, it shows that our test case succeeded. And here you can get the result of it. It passed, and all your test cases will come over here, and you can check whether they are successful or any of the test case failed. This is how we can write a simple test case. In the next video, we will write the test case using parameters. I hope you liked my video, and thanks for watching.